the Zoe B.Show, Artist Hayes talks about his past experience in the music industry and what's to come for the future. So stay tuned after this commercial break. What's up, everyone? This is your girl Zoe B, and welcome to the Zoe B Show. Here with me is Artist Hayes. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
Good. Now, being from Monroe, Louisiana, and grew up in a house full of gospel singers, how did you venture into R&B?
Well, gospel was just something that I was brought into. I was always a big R&B person anyway, jazz, things like that. So I just did what I was forced to do until I was old enough to just. And I was no, I'm not doing gospel. I'm doing R&B, and I wanted to switch it. Like, you know, not all gospel sounds the same, but at the end of the day, it sounds the same.
Right.
You know, it's like it's harmonies. It's you know people that has a gospel voice, and you know people that doesn't have a gospel voice. I don't have a gospel voice, but I have a very convincing style that gets the word across to people. So my voice is not as powerful as a strong gospel singer of anybody in my family, I don't think, but mine is different. So I don't think it was meant to do gospel just yet. I'm gonna do gospel.
Okay. Now, who really discovered you and said, "Oh, he can really sing"?
It had to be my music teacher from high school when I was in Texas. His name was Kevin Halliburton. He was it was crazy because he was like my middle school music teacher. He was a substitute middle school music teacher, and he just thought that I had like all this crazy potential, so I was leading all these songs. And then when I got up into high school, he had a group that was over, like they used to do a lot of shows doing like dance hall recitals and things like that. We'd come in doing like intermissions and do things like that, and he brought me along, me and my cousin, and a couple of other folks.
Okay. Now, did you ever want to start off in a group, or you always wanted to be solo?
I always wanted to be solo, but I always started off in a group.
Okay.
It was we had a group called Takeover. It was actually it was billed here in Huntsville.
Okay.
And a lot of the students besides me were from Oakwood College, and they weren't really as focused on the music as I was.
Right.
And I was doing like a lot of the choreography and a lot of the the writings and things like that. So they all had their own careers, and I was like, well, this is mine, so I'm going solo.
Okay, at the age of 14, you got your first deal. Tell me about that experience.
If your family's not going to be into it as far as like your guardian goes, it's not really going to be worth it, because you have absolutely no power over anything. You don't personally see any of the proceeds of anything, because you're 14, and everything is under contract. So it wasn't the best, but it was a good experience, because I still learned I learned how the studio worked. I learned how the
business side.
Pretty much, I learned the business side of it. I learned the entertainment side of it.
Right.
And it was a good lesson learned at the age of 14, because seeing what I saw then, I understand what I'm seeing now, and it's not a problem no more. But my first deal was, it was just pretty much just a run through.
Now you got your first real spotlight in 2008 Verizon tour with Bow Wow, Jamie Foxx, just multiple artists. Tell me about that experience.
It was fun. It was fun just to be on Civic Center,
right.
Like places like that where like the people are just everywhere, and like they might not know you like they know them, but they love you just because you're on that stage. So you gotta be good. Right. And like people are way more appreciative. Like in like huge arenas. I mean, well, number one, they pay for the tickets, so of course they're gonna be more appreciative for it. But it was fun. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the people that I was on tour with. I learned who was social, who wasn't social. You know, who was cocky, who wasn't cocky. I learned who was about the music and who was about the money.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it, and I would do it again. I definitely do it again.
Now, I know there was groupies. I know there was multiple parties that was going on. So tell me about that, because I know you were still kind of young, but was experiencing like adult parties and everything like that. Yeah.
I was like this. I was like, oh wow.
Like this is what really
this really happening right now. Like it just got real. Like for real. It was borderline crazy, but fun. But I had someone with me that made sure my head wasn't on the swivel.
Right.
And he used to just always tell me, he used to be like, you know, you don't have to choose this if you don't want to. He's like, you can always go back to the hotel and go to sleep and wait until it's time to leave, like tomorrow. Yeah. And sometimes I did that, sometimes I didn't, because I was kind of curious about what I was missing. And when I saw what I was missing, I was like, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around. I need to have eyes on this, because I'm missing some things that I might need to know later on in life.
Yeah.
And sticking around really opened my eyes to some things now that I'm older.
Now, from that experience, what can you say to new artists that's about to go on tour and experience all that craziness?
People talk.
Right.
Everybody talks. It's alright to roam with your eyes more than it is to roam with your hands.
Right.
And when you're on a level like that, you don't even have to be on a large scale level. But if you're on a level where you're doing anything like that, every second or everything that you do counts, and you're being watched. Yeah. You're being watched by everybody, and everything gets tossed at you. Everything gets tossed at you. Everything gets tossed at you. So I would say enjoy it, embrace it, but don't worship it.
Right.
You know, I would never tell anybody not to have fun at all. But
it's a limit to everything that you do.
It really is. It's a huge limit. I guess the main thing is don't never forget that, you know, you're not living for just that night.
Right.
You still got a tour to do. You still got a life to live. You're young. Everybody's gonna remember what you did then, now.
Especially the bad stuff.
Yeah, especially the bad stuff. And there's a lot of crazy. And the crazy things. And the crazy things is what really gets a lot of people in trouble, because like, oh wow, I never expected that. But then the person that did it never expected that. So they're like, oh, like what do I do? Like what do I do? Like I don't want to just. I'm in trouble. You know. But enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know, you only live once, and everybody doesn't get an opportunity like this. So enjoy it, but just have your limits.
Right.
Please have your limits. There's people with no limits. No problems. No problems.
So Generation H is basically going to tell a story about the beginning of your career to now. Now, will it still kind of like have a party mix to it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have a party mix. Everything in Generation H is real. Like, it's something that happened in my life, or I'm speaking from my soul.
Right.
And I'm speaking from experience, from everything that I've dealt with in all the songs. And there's not going to be one song on there in this 13-track mixtape. There's not going to be one song on there that nobody's not going to be able to listen to that song and be like, you know what? He's got a point. In some way, form, or fashion. And that's why I called it that. Because it's everybody. Like, old, young, middle. Like, they can all relate to a song.
Right.
So if I took every age group and let them listen to my CD, there's going to be a song on there that every age group is going to like, that's for that age group. Because it's the way I did the music. I did the music for everybody, but the music's not for everybody.
Right.
Like a song that I did for people that's 25 and up, 16 to 21 might not like, but 25 and up will.
Mm-hmm.
And then the song I did for the 18 to 21, 25 and up might not like, but 18 to 21 does. So I really did the music based on how I felt like how times were changing with the ages. And I did a show with Frankie Beverly and Mays in Chattanooga. And he put me on so much knowledge on the music and how to shift the music to people's liking. Like he really showed me that if you can get the people, you're either gonna get the people by your words or you're gonna get the people by your voice. One or the other. It was like there's certain notes you may hit that people are just, ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm. I like the song. And there's certain words that you may say where someone's like, ooh, I like that. I like the song. So I just tried to put that together with good melodies and great words. And you have Generation H.
Okay, now you also have a duo mixtape with Low. Also in February. Mm-hmm. So tell me about that.
Low Key's an artist out of Chicago. Okay. Real talented. We got together and we did a song together. He did a remix to one of the songs on my Generation H mixtape, and we decided to come together and do a mixtape called 2 Problems, 1 Outcome. It's pretty much done. We're probably gonna drop it around Valentine-ish. Probably around the week of Valentine's Day, I don't know yet. But it's a mix of pretty much just me and him just going hard. Some songs may not have hooks, it may just be all verses. And it's just me and him. We come in, brainstorm, boom. There's a song. And I'm rapping on there as well. Okay. You know, I kind of let both of my sides show on this one. And he's trying to sing, but it's not working too well. So he wants me to help him out, and I will. That honestly and truly, I feel like that mixtape is really what's gonna get Alabama, the Huntsville, Alabama area, is really gonna make them start feeling music back home, because they don't.
Right.
They don't, and I think that that's what it's gonna take. But it's gonna be difficult. But we're gonna get it done.
I'm about to say it's a new year. You're ready to do it.
We're gonna get it done.
As long as you can make a crowd dance and just keep their attention, you're good to go.
Right. We're gonna get that right. We're gonna get that right. It's gonna be fixed. 2012. Things coming at you. Going hard.
Just Bucket, Clothing Society made your way. Coming this spring.
Now, how can people people listen to your music online or just tweet you?
My Twitter is @StillHaze. That's StillHaze. I have a Reverb, and my Reverb page is, if you go to reverb.com/HazeStill, it'll my music will also pop up. And y'all gotta, I'm number 7 right now in Alabama, y'all. So like, we gotta keep that going. We gotta keep that going. We gotta keep it moving. Ranking is very important to me, and it should be to everyone else too, because there's a lot of Huntsville artists that's ranked in the top 10 in Reverb in Alabama. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it at all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start promoting Reverb so they can go to it.
Yeah. My Facebook is also Haze Still.
Okay.
So you can just type in Haze Still and I'll pop up and see my face. Let's see, am I missing anything?
You have a website or blog? Do you just blog sometimes?
I don't blog. I need to. I need to. The website's down right now. We're trying to get the art up for the mixtape.
Okay.
So don't know about that. No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I think about it. I'm kind of trying to get. I have 2 placements with Raheem the Dream on his new album that should be getting released, I believe, the 23rd of January.
Okay.
One of the songs is called the Star of the Show, which is the first song that they're pushing, like the first single they're pushing. And then the second song is called Think About It, which is actually the second single that they're pushing.
Okay.
And you can actually go get Star of the Show on iTunes. You can get it as a ringtone, or you can get the whole song.
Alright, well, this has been the Zoe B.Show with Haze. Stay tuned, because coming up next, I'm going to show you a couple clips of him performing. What's up, everyone, and we're back on the Zoe B.Show. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks a lot for having me. It was fun. Gotta do it again.
No problem. By the way, we are here at the compound in Split Personality Studios. I had to shout them out real quick. So check us out. Check me out on www.youtube.com/ZoeB334 to check out all the new episodes. Also follow me on Twitter at the Zoe B.Show. Alright.
Kim Kardashian is finally desperate. I mean, she tried to go after Tim Tebow, but all he does is just diss her, saying, well, I'm basically looking for a virgin and you're not. Like, you're a hoe. So, I don't know what Kim gonna do. I mean, nobody wants her. If you like gossip, drama, and fights, oh yeah, by the way, sleeping with other people's married men, oh, you have to tune in to season 4 of Basketball Wives. Want your video, music, or clothing line on my show? Hit me up on the Zoe B.Show at gmail.com. That is TheZoeBShow at gmail.com. Thanks for watching the Zoe B Show. Tune in every Friday at 12 o'clock for new episodes of the Zoe B Show on www.youtube.com/ZoeB334.